Hello, this is Lee the Squirrel, and this time we're going to solve the problem of Let's Discuss at page 33 of lesson 10 at chapter 1. So let's get started. A province has a total land area of 737 square kilometers, 734 square kilometer. And it has a population of 3,846,894 people. Happy people. So how many persons are there per square kilometer? So how many people are there per square kilometers? Let's see. Well, I'll change to a simple formula for this. And I've changed it. You see, well, there is 3,846,894 people, and there is 734 square kilometers. And how many people are there per square kilometers? So let's start to calculate. Well, in this case, we should estimate. Well, let's begin in the traditional way. Let's see. I'll change this color to red. Okay, let's first see just the 3. Is 3 bigger than 734? Well, obviously no. It's much smaller. Now let's go back. Is 38 bigger than 734? No, it is much smaller. Let's see. Is 384 bigger than 734? And it is obviously is much smaller. Now, let's go a bit back. Is 3,846 bigger than 734? Yes, in this case, it is bigger than 734. So I'll change the brush color to blue. So you can see there's 3,846 and 734. So in this case, we should estimate how much number is needed. So 734 multiply x should be, well, I'll say multiply blank, should be smaller or equal to 3,846. My bad. So let's see, how can we estimate this? Well, there's a simple way. One way is just to look at the number that's most highest from the smallest. What I mean is, in this case, well, the divisor is, well, about 700-ish, and dividend is about 3,800-ish. So let's see, is 7. So we just look at these two numbers, 7 and 38. And 7 and 38, well, it's about, yeah, I think we can put 5, because 7 multiplied 5 is 35, and, oh, sorry, 7 multiplied 5 is 35, and 7 multiplied 6 is 42. So let's try put 5 here, which means we should put 5. So let's multiply. 4 multiplied 5 is 20, so we place 0 and place 20. And 3 multiplied 5 is 15, so we add 2 from 15. So it becomes 17, so we place 7 and we put 1 here. And 7 multiplied 5 is 35, and there's 1 here, so we add 1 from 35. So it becomes 36. So if we subtract all 6, and this, we should borrow a number from here, so it becomes 14, and it becomes 7, and this was borrowed, so it becomes 7. So 7 minus 6 is just 1, and 3 minus 3 is just 0, and we don't place 0 in the front of the number. So is 176 bigger than 734? No, it isn't. It's much smaller, and it means that we placed 5 in the very accurate way. So now let's put down this number 8 down here. So now, let's think about this 1,768 and 734. Well, I'll erase this part. So we should think the way of 734 multiply a certain blank should be much smaller than 1,768. Now, let's do that again. That there is 17. Let's look at this number just as 17 and 7. So let's estimate it is 7 multiply blank. Well, let's say 2 is equal to 14, and 7 multiply 3 is equal to 21. So 17 is between two numbers, and as this number should be smaller, we should think it is 14. So let's place 2 in this blank. So, oops, maybe I did a mistake for erasing 5. Now, let's place 2. Now, 4 multiply 2 is 8. And 3 multiply 2 is 6. And 7 multiply 2 is 14. Now, let's subtract. It becomes 300. 300. Now, is 300 bigger or small than 734? Well, 300 is smaller than 734, which means we have placed 2 in the correct way. Now, let's put down this 9 all the way down, and it becomes 3009. So this time I will erase this part. Now, let's look at it. Well, in this case, that 3009 should be smaller than a certain multiplication of 7034. Okay, this is 3000. So let's see. Let's just see 7 and 30 here. Okay, 7 multiply a certain number should be smaller than 30. And let's see. Let's think about 4. 7 multiply 4 is equal to 28. And 7 multiply 5 is 35. And 30 is around between these two numbers. So let's estimate as 4. Let's put 4 in this blank. So if we multiply 4 here, let's see. 4 multiply 4 is 16. So we put 6 and place 1 here. 3 multiply 4 is 12. And we should remember there's 1 here. So 12 plus 1 is 13. So we place 30 and another 1 up here. And 13. And 7 multiply 4 is 28. And remember, there's 1 here, so it becomes 29. So I place it down. Okay. So if you subtract these two numbers, let's see, 9 minus 6 is 3. And this time it is 0, so we should borrow. And there's nothing, so we should borrow again. So it becomes 2, 9, 9. I'll change the color. Okay, we should. It is 2, and this was used to be 10, but we borrow once again. It becomes 9, and another 9. Oh, sorry, it should be 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7, and 9 minus 9 is 0, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 at the front should be eliminated. So there's just only 73. And now we place 4 down here. And it becomes 734. So is 734 bigger or smaller than, oh, the same as 734 and is 734. And what should you do? What kind of number we should place in the blank? Well, this is obvious. 734 multiplied 1 is equal to 734. So we just place